The sun began to set on the endless savanna, casting long shadows across the grassy plains. A tribe of early Homo habilis stood near a large waterhole, their eyes scanning the horizon. Their gazes flicked like a bird's darting from one point to another, with an unsettling fluidity. The scene was peaceful, yet a quiet tension lingered in the air. The humans' eyes moved with unnatural speed, their vision splitting the world into layers of focus and depth. With their unique ability, they could see both near and far simultaneously, perceiving more than most creatures could imagine. It was as if they had been granted the vision of the birds that soared above them. This extraordinary sight was not without its risks. As the tribe ventured deeper into the savanna, they could see prey and predator alike with more precision, but they also saw far more than was comfortable. The jungle's shadows loomed larger, the distant figures of stalking predators becoming sharply defined in the flickering twilight. The leader of the tribe, a tall figure, gazed into the distance. His hands tightened around his spear, his muscles tensing in preparation for the hunt. The hunting party moved silently behind him, their movements coordinated, but their eyes darting around, picking up subtle movements in the tall grass. Their double vision gave them an advantage when hunting. They could track the slightest change in motion, even those invisible to the untrained eye. But this same power also left them vulnerable to the dangers that lurked unseen. A flash of movement in the distance, a pack of giant hyenas, their sharp teeth glinting in the fading light. Without warning, the leader signaled to the group. In unison, they dropped into a low crouch. The hyenas were closing in. The tribe had one chance to make a strike before they became the prey. Suddenly, an ear-piercing cry rang out from behind. One of the younger members of the tribe had made a fatal mistake. His double vision, while an asset in many ways, had caused him to misjudge the distance between himself and a pack of wild boars. His spear had been thrown too early, and now the boars were charging straight at them. The young hunter's heart raced as he scrambled to regroup with the rest of the tribe. His breath was shallow as he felt the weight of his mistake. The tribe's survival now hinged on their ability to remain calm and execute a plan with perfect precision. There would be no second chances. As the wild boars surged toward them, the leader swiftly raised his spear, his double vision giving him the ability to line up his shot with incredible accuracy. He threw it with deadly force. The boar collapsed to the ground, but the group wasn't out of danger yet. The rest of the pack continued their relentless charge, their tusks gleaming like daggers in the twilight. The tribe scattered in every direction, instinctively seeking cover. The boar's charge was met with another coordinated strike from the hunters. Their double vision allowed them to outmaneuver the animals, anticipating each move before it happened. But just as victory seemed within reach, a roar erupted from the horizon. A massive saber-toothed tiger appeared, its eyes gleaming with hunger. The battle for survival had reached its peak. The tribe's only hope was to work together, using their enhanced vision to outsmart the deadly predator. The tribe's survival now depended on unity. The saber-toothed tiger, its massive fangs gleaming, stalked forward with eerie precision. It moved like a shadow, its sleek muscles rippling under the fur eyes locked on the tribe. The hunter's eyes, darting with the speed and accuracy of their double vision, could see the predator's every movement, every twitch of its whiskers. But they were also acutely aware of the risks that their extraordinary sight brought. They saw too much, and the weight of it nearly paralyzed them with the sheer overwhelming detail. In that moment of hesitation, the leader's voice rang out not in words, but in the commanding gesture of his hand. The tribe responded immediately, falling into their defensive formation with the smoothness of well-rehearsed motions. They had no choice but to act. Each member, from the youngest to the eldest, knew their role in this primal dance of life and death. The hunter, nearest the predator, moved in first, using his double vision, to assess the distance and speed of the approaching beast. He crouched low, blending into the tall grass, ready to strike. The rest of the tribe followed suit, closing the gap between themselves and the predator. The leader remained at the center, directing the others with swift, subtle hand signals. His eyes darted across the field, noting the exact moment when the beast shifted its weight, preparing to pounce. With the precision only a bird in flight could understand, the leader acted. He hurled his spear directly at the saber-toothed tiger, its sharp stone tip finding its mark. But the tiger was swift. In a blur of movement, it dodged the attack, its body twisting like a shadow, its fangs snapping inches from the hunter's throat. The tribe froze for a fraction of a second, their double vision causing them to see the beast from multiple angles, its terrifying maw, its eyes glowing with predatory hunger. In that moment of vulnerability, the tribe's young hunter, the one who had faltered before, took a breath and steadied his spear. His double vision gave him an unusual advantage, the ability to perceive the tiger's movements in a way no human could. With a primal scream, he lunged forward, his spear striking deep into the predator's side. The tiger howled in pain and fury, but it was too late. The tribe had united, using their unique vision and coordinated strategy to bring the beast to the ground. The young hunter's earlier mistake was forgiven, and his role in the kill was recognized. The tribe had survived. As the last echoes of the battle faded, the tribe gathered around the slain predator, the tension in the air dissipating. The leader, who had once been a figure of stern command, now lowered his weapon and walked over to the young hunter. Without a word, he placed a hand on the young hunter's shoulder, a gesture of respect and acknowledgement. They had won. Together. The night that followed was filled with quiet laughter and shared stories. The tribe's survival had been secured not just through their extraordinary vision, but through the strength of their unity. They had faced danger, doubt, and death itself, but in the end, they stood together, their bond stronger than ever. The tribe ate their meal, the warmth of the fire casting flickering shadows on their faces. In that moment, amidst the primal beauty of their world, they knew one thing for certain: survival was not just about seeing the world differently, it was about seeing it together. And in that unity, they found the true power of their extraordinary sight. As they sat beneath the stars, the leader looked out over the savannah, his double vision giving him the ability to see the world in all its vast complexity. The future was uncertain, but for now, the tribe was safe, and the earth was theirs to protect. And with that, the legend of their survival would echo across the ages, a story passed down through the generations. The fire crackled as the tribe gathered around the warmth of the flames, casting long shadows across their faces. The night was calm now, but the memory of the battle was fresh in their minds. Their hearts, still pounding from the fight, began to slow, and the air seemed lighter with each passing moment. The young hunter, once filled with uncertainty, now stood tall among his people. His actions had proven his worth, and the tribe's trust in him had been restored. The leader's gaze shifted to the horizon, where the moon hung high, casting a pale glow over the savannah. His double vision allowed him to see not just the landscape before him, but the world in all its complexity, its dangers, its beauty, and the intricate threads of life that bound everything together. The tribe had survived because they had learned to see together, to trust each other, and to adapt to the challenges of their world. In that moment, the tribe was united, their strength found not only in their extraordinary sight, but in their shared purpose. The story of this battle of the day they faced the giant saber-toothed tiger would be passed down for generations, an epic of survival unity and the unbreakable bond of family.